Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to your weekly Friday night for Friday noon for investors Coliving webinar. I am your best, happy, and favorite coach, Clara Arroyave. I am based in Boston. As always, I want to remind everybody here that there is no co-living if there is no balance on the 3 C's of co-living. What are the 3 C's of co-living, you might ask? When you're building a co-living product, always remember that the 3 C's of co-living are cost, are community, and convenience. There is not a happy long-term community place for you or your co-living residents if you don't have a space for them to say good morning to each other or have coffee with each other once in a while. You know, I love my coffee, so I'll advocate for coffee, but for them to get to know each other. And that is also a proven statistical point that when they get to know and they get along, the rent term, stays for a long time. Also, the balance with cost, meaning knowing not only the economics of your property, but the economics of the area and how much people can pay. And when you balance that with very nice convenience, meaning what type of amenities that you're offering, how easy or difficult are you making the life of your residents, providing sometimes many simple things that make their stay better, help you create a really nice long-term co-living investment that will, provide you revenue for years and years to come. My name is Clara Arroyave. Here I'm 40 pounds ago, and almost 10 years ago with my first co-living company, Place Me. It was an arbitrage play here in the city of Boston when we managed doing arbitrage, a portfolio of $42 million in assets under management, less than 200 rooms. And those less than 200 rooms give us a $2 million in year in sales with a team of very small people, just a group of interns and 17 employees, 17 contractors and like just 2 owners. And that allowed me as a business person, not only to acquire the portfolio of one of my competitors and to really expand or grow as someone that just came to this country with 2 suitcases, but also when COVID came and we have to restructure the portfolio and give it to the competitor, we're able to return money to our investors. So all that experience for almost 10 years give me the power, give me the top leadership, and give me the knowledge to share with you everything that I know in co-living, and not only what to do, but also what not to do to build a successful co-living business. And fast forward to today, that's me on the corner, that's me. I'm one of the most sought after speakers in co-living in the country. I'm very happy that I'm going to be next week. Who's going to be next week in Nashville? Woo! First time, I'm very honored, very happy, very proud of being able to share a stage with the not and only Articles Blank from CEO of PadSplit, which is, we haven't met in person, so I'm very excited about this. And with the one and only Pace Morby, so we expect, or they expect about 1,000 people for this event. Bill Fayed, which is the OG, one of the OGs on short-term rental, he's short-term rental guru. Our very own family-friendly lender investor, Fernando Corona, and many other people that are focused on what? Focus on give you mindset as an investor, give you mindset, give you knowledge, and give you the tools that you need to really not only scale, but have the mindset that know how to do things right. And that's what all co-living is about and real estate investment is about. It's doing the right things for you, for your family, and for your legacy. Fast forward to today. If you are in the Nashville area and want to go to this event or bring your friends, I believe it's free. This is the link. I'm gonna put the link in the comments. If you can share it with your loved ones, that'd be amazing. Oh, links in the comment. Hey, yeah, Pace is the OG. So imagine, Clarita, never in my wildest dream I thought I was gonna share, a stage with them. So super proud of this moment for me, for my career as a speaker and as your favorite co-living coach. So amazing, amazing, amazing. That said, we have 2 conversations to have today. Conversation number 1 is if you have a co-living problem that you want to discuss, come to the table and we talk about it. And number 2, why Nashville and why Nashville is super, super good for co-living. Why Nashville is a great market for co-living. And why is it still what I can call like a, feel very green place to go in terms of co-living. And let's look at these room rents and room prices right now. So unlike other markets that are way more saturated, for PadSplit, at least they have very little, still only 5 rooms available. So they are doing about $1,000 per month in rent, and even more, so $1,221 per month. So let's see what the resources say about PadSplit. So go to dashboard. Remember, when you know you want to look at a market, you so explore map, where to buy next, and then you put Nashville. Okay, here we are. So for PadSplit right now, oh, wow, this is really nothing. This is really an opportunity here. And I'm going to give you all the insights that you need. And I think if Devon is in the room, you also can give me insights on the base neighborhoods to go. Right now, we have less than 100 rooms available in Nashville for PadSplit. This is great. So 48 active units, 35 coming, is still less than 100, but the demand right now, because the platform is just up and coming there, around 691 search in the past 30 days. So meaning there is still a lot of room for growth in here, in this market. The rate per room for shared bathroom in a weekly basis is $221. That is a really good price. And a room with private bathroom is giving us $332 in average. And those are good prices. But here's the important part. Look at the occupancy. 91% occupancy. This is a fantastic number. Everything that is over 70, 75 occupancy for your co-living property is, icing on the cake. And I think they might agree with this. 3 days to their first booking. So if you have a property that has the right 3 C's between cost, community, and convenience, right? And you advertise well, market well, and take a night photo, look at that. 3 days to first booking, and almost just a month to 80% occupancy. So I think this is a great market. And why is also a great market? Let me be very clear about this. Because the economics in Nashville are there. And why is that? And we can talk about, there's an article I just saw right here. Is it this one? No. Let me see. It's this one. There is a lending company focusing co-living in Nashville. It's called Shop Rates. And why, I hope you see my screen, yes. Why the rise of co-living in Nashville is so important. So simple facts. A, the minimum wage in Tennessee is still $7.25, correct? But the population on the area has grown from 625 to over 700,000 people in the last year. Why? Because not only the young professionals, the grad students, but also people that just moved there for work, to work in the entertainment industry, the aspiring musicians that have 2-3 jobs, all of them making minimum wage, knocking on doors, living the dream, and everybody in the service industry, the people that fuels the bars, the restaurants, the museums, the nightlife in Nashville is tremendous. They all need a place to go. They all make $7.50 per hour plus tips. Guess what? The average price of a studio and an apartment is really hard for them to afford. And that's what the need of co-living, and many of them, and they want to raise your hand, you want to give me your insights in Nashville, they are far away. They need to drive half an hour, 1 hour, even hour and a half to go to Nashville because they cannot afford to live in the city. So think about if you have a potential here to find a multifamily or to find a single family that you can make into a PadSplit, that will be your goal, and that's what we're here today to discuss why Nashville is so interesting. And I'm gonna also bring again, I share everything. I don't gatekeep, and that's when I'm gonna give this article so you can go into that. Hi everybody. Hi Elizabeth. Welcome. So why Nashville? Also, something that happens in Nashville is very important for you to know is that there is a lot of short-term rentals in Nashville. Okay. A lot of short-term rentals, a lot of apartments that are, so a lot of the area, near area has been converted into short-term rentals for people that go, bachelor parties and all that. So that creates more displacement for the folks that are in the service industry. So even though apartment rental there is a really nice inventory of apartment rentals, many of them are created for short-term rentals, short-term stays, and that drives people further behind. And that drives not only people behind, but the average price for a single family home is still over there in the 400s, 500,000. So you really need to find like the jewels and the the right investment opportunity here for you to make something interesting. Also based on these rental prices that I'm seeing here in PadSplit. So remember, there are only less than 100 units, so you still have a low way to go in terms of why it's interesting to be here. Okay, does someone and again I see you, Heidelberg, do you have an address in Nashville that we can look and underwrite? So 1-bedroom apartment in Nashville is about $1,800. So if you do a room between 800 and 1,200, and you put it in the PadSplit marketplace, and why am I sticking with PadSplit in this particular market? Because Nashville is very strict regarding how many people can live together in a unit or in a place. So if it's a 3-bedroom, there's 3 maximum people, but if it's a 4-bedroom, up to 5 unrelated people can live together. But if you really want to make your co-living investment cash flow, you can go into the PadSplit agreement, with the membership agreement, and have that PadSplit cover that part of the risk. So you can have 8, 9, 7 tenants under the membership agreement with PadSplit. So you can have really provide a good service for the type of the community that you want to bring to market. That would be my best bet in this case. And also remember, you not only have people that makes minimum wage, you also have students that go to Vanderbilt University that want to stay there, people that want to stay after your graduation, do an internship. So the majority, you have a really, I think, green field still to go. So I will say that. So look at this. A 3,000 square foot converted to co-living might generate $4,000 to $5,000 monthly versus, again, the 28 to 35 as a rental, right? And when they say cap rate would be, for performing would be 6 to 9, cash on cash would be better than normal, right? And then with really nice optimization, adding parking, adding room with private bathrooms, you can create, 10 to 24% more income in any property in Nashville. And I'm very happy that I'm going next week to meet everybody there that I have not met yet. And I think some of my students are also going. I need cheerleaders in this tremendous space. But also I want to make sure that you understand why this is interesting. It is interesting also because the demand is there. Because when you look at PadSplit and you say 91% occupancy, 221 per week, so meaning at $1,000, people are really dreading for this. And when you Google co-living in Nashville, nothing comes up. Only PadSplit comes up like at the end of the page. There is no co-living, official co-living, so you can really own a space of the market here. You're down for it. I want to pause for a moment before we start finding potential homes for you as an investment and see if anybody has any questions. And if you have questions, can you please put in the comments? Or raise your hand. I see one.
I have a question.
Yeah, who are you?
It's Nikki. I was trying to raise my hand.
Hi, Nikki. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's the first time I'm on your call, so I'm happy to be here, Clara.
Awesome.
Can you go into a little bit more how PadSplit protects you with the number of people, so you can have more people? Because you were saying that you can't, there's a maximum by law. There's a maximum by law if you do it on your own, but if you do it with PadSplit, you can have more people. Can you talk a little bit
absolutely.
more about that?
I do not work for PadSplit, and I'm not a representative of PadSplit, but they work in one of the rules in real estate for housing is that you're allowed to have a lot of unrelated people if they're members of a community or a club. So PadSplit operates on the where do you go? Right here. PadSplit operates under the membership agreements. So everybody that joins a house or a community become members of the society or members of that dwelling, and they have a participation on the house or a legal participation on the house based on the agreement, right? So because of that legal structure that you as a property owner signs with PadSplit, that's how they make sure that you can have 7, 8, 9, the amount of people that you require, that you need to cash flow your property without without breaking any rules. So that's how they do it. So it's a legal agreement between your property and PadSplit, and then PadSplit with your residents. Does that answer your question, Nikki?
Yes, thank you.
No worries. Yes, Julie. Hola, how are you, girl?
Hey, I'm great. So,
Nice.
Clara, my question is that while I completely understand all the stuff about using PadSplit for that purpose, however, it seems like you could just simply create a separate LLC and have the membership agreement in the same fashion, right? I mean, obviously, you'd want to hire an attorney and make sure everything was done correctly and legally. But I've been kind of looking more and more into other types of co-living. There's another group that has a lot of co-living homes around the country, and they don't furnish, whereas PadSplit as a platform requires that. So logistically, I'm looking at having everything furnished. For some people, that's great if they're going to be pretty much interim or short term. However, when students or young professionals or whatever, most of them have at least some things, right? And what they're saying is that they've looked at the research, and over the last 10 years, because they switched mid-course from providing that basic furniture to not providing it within the bedrooms only, right?
Yeah.
And that people are staying longer if they bring their own stuff. It's kind of the idea that the bedroom is the new apartment and it's yours and you decorate it and you know what I mean? It's your domicile. And then the common areas maintain that is all furnished and is nice and all of that sort of thing. So I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that.
It depends. Remember at the beginning of my class, I always say, remember the 3 C's of co-living: cost, community, and convenience. So you decide what product do you want to create and grow and be happy and proud about, and what type of client you want to, and what type of client and resident you want to take care of, right? Yes, I agree that sometimes when people have their own furniture is great, but also it's still your property, so you have to own the wear and tear of bringing all the furniture in and out, right? Number two, that which is okay. In previous experiences with other operators that have done that, what I have also seen is that they don't provide any cleaning. So when someone wants to show an empty, a vacant room in that place, they usually, because the lack of ownership, the lack of accountability, then the property looks like a disaster. So you need to be sure about the type of property that you want to run. If you're okay, I mean, that's fine. But who is going to take care of the maintenance? Who's going to take care of the monthly clean of the common areas? So there has to be a sweet spot for this to work. Just make sure, no matter the way you go, that you have a sweet spot for this to go for you. And I think I found a property, and you then will let me know if this is a good one. Maybe I'm doing work for you here, which is, I'd love to look at this one and let me know if this is a good one. It seems to be. Clarksky, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,500 square feet. How far is this from Nashville?
Clarksville is up by the Kentucky border, and
Okay.
Clarksville is a major military town because
Nice.
it's up by, I'm trying to remember the military base, but
is it far from Nashville?
I think it's probably about a 30 to 45-minute drive. It's directly up north of Nashville.
Would you use it for PadSplit in this half an hour out?
Yeah, I believe PadSplit is active in Clarksville right now.
Okay, then you want to do this one? Let's do this one. 174. Wow, was great. Let me see if there is anything wrong with it. Let's look in this one. Are you seeing my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so this property has 100% equity. The value is bigger than the list price, so $174,000. No HOA, 65-year-old property, 1.5 bathroom. So, okay, so we need to put some bathroom work in there. All right, great. And photos. Okay, not a lot of photos. Okay, let me see, more photos? Yeah, no more photos. Let me see. And it's non-owner occupied. release lien. So they're really just ready to cash out. So that's why either you go to Connected Investors or to ProStream. I hope you all get your 30 days already of ProStream and they're enjoying it. And we already have the owner information right here. Okay, 1 full, 1 partial bathroom. But you have really good building square foot, 1,500 square foot. Okay, and location, if you say the location is great, that's what I wanted to check with you. Map-wise, yeah, my wife's is good. Clarksville, where is downtown Nashville? Okay, you say 30 minutes distance? Okay, let's look at this one. So Clarksville. Okay, in Clarksville, you have about 90,000 people, almost 40% rented households. So it tracks what you say about the amount of people that lives there. Minimum wage $7, studio $800, room price $627. So 217. I think those prices are a little low, but we can check. So this is gonna be what? This is gonna be a BR or a buy and hold. So let's say that we're gonna buy by 20%, so $40,000, and it needs about, I'd say 40,000 in renovation, meaning 1 more bathroom, and making based on these based on the photos. The interior looks good. What do you think about the interior? Just a little bit of paint, remodel, new kitchen. Yes. New kitchen, new bathroom. I think, but the rooms look good. It's just new kitchen, new bathroom. And with that space, we can 1 more bathroom, 7 rooms. So 7 rooms to bathroom, do we a new kitchen? So let's increase the reno cost to, is 50,000 okay or is too high? That one. For 1 kitchen and a complete bathroom.
I think going on based on bathrooms, I think bathrooms are usually like 10 to 15,000, just depending on what kitchen.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 50 in reno. Perfect. And no, furnishing costs 15, less than that. Okay. And 2 months. So we're gonna do 8 rooms at, is $800 okay for Clarksville?
Let's see.
There is nothing in Clarksville. Like, oh my God, look at this. 3 active units, 127 searches, 185 and 263. Okay, so there is not a lot of occupancy here. I don't know if I want to go there. Why? Because look, 3 units, 3 homes were only 67 occupancy. You need more occupancy to make sure that this is going to work. So even though it looks great and you might make a lot of money, it's going to be a while for you to really capitalize in something like this. So I wouldn't go there just now. I want to make sure that your properties are closer to the city.
Unless you turn around and got in with the base command and stuff and worked with the military up there to be able to house soldiers.
Correct.
And
so let's look for something close. 425, 250.
Typically in Nashville, you want to stay into like the northern part right there, up above the city center.
Found it. 249, there in Nashville, 15 minutes from downtown. It's exactly the square feet that we need. 4 beds, 2 baths. This is the only photo that we have. Let me see if they have any problem. If you're able to stay on the 350 mark, we can make this work for purchase price. Yeah. Oh, wow. No, this is Clarksville. No, this is the wrong one. Sorry, put the wrong address. Address again. Copy, paste. Do we have any more co-living questions in the meantime? Well, I'll do this. There you go. Oh, wow. Okay. Grab this one while you can. So the value is almost 300,000. this one. It was sold for $265. So why is this on the market? I don't know. And even for less than that, very interesting. It was purchased in 2023 for $265. So someone is losing money. 45-year-old, 3 beds, 2 baths. He said the owner is not motivated, but we can see different because it's coming to market. Since the property is 1.5, I think we can make it just regular 7.2, if everybody agrees. Because there is no more space in a 1,200 square feet. All right. What is the price? $249. Wow. Okay, $249, and then the price will be here $1,000 per room. 8 bedrooms, okay. And how much will the rent? They want like a 25?
Could be higher.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do 3,000. And that's the quickest high. And the room price, if it's so based on this side, and going back to Nashville. This is 15 minutes to Nashville downtown. Look at this. Being this size, and you're already having 2 bathrooms, I know it's 1.5. If I already had 4 bedrooms, I'll do 3 to 4 more bedrooms. So make sure it's occupied, and let's do even $900. And I put 40,000 in renovation, really not knowing what it's going to be like. I'll imagine new kitchen and just adding the rooms and perfecting 1 bathroom. Let's do 50,000 to cover.
So monthly rent on that property is actually $2,070.
Oh wow. Okay. So 21. Perfect. So here you go. Eight rooms and $900, no? Oh wait, 10% vacancy. And if you're gonna have a property manager there that is gonna go with PadSplit, then you're gonna have a 8 times 700. Okay. Are you looking at my screen? Oh wow, look at this. So your down payment would be 50,000. So with down payment 50,000 and about 50,000 or less on return, so less than $100,000 in investment, you will have return on investment almost 37%, cash on cash return of 17%, cap rate of 15, annual net income of 37,000, and annualized net of 22. Versus you will be losing money if you put renovations and rent at that price. So 22 divided by 12. Can someone tell me how much is 22 divided by 12? Almost 2,000. I know it's like 1,800 or something a month, correct? What is it?
1833.
Nice. What would you say if you want that cash flow, Devon, in Nashville?
We typically look at about 15% cash on cash for baseline.
Okay, but this 2017. Do I have a green flag from you?
So the other thing that I learned recently is Tennessee is also, they do not have a cap limit on property taxes.
Okay.
So Davidson County and several of those, which is Nashville in that area, between 21 to now, I think they've raised property taxes by like 160%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But what does that say? In a regular property, I understand that you can have those concerns, but in a Coliving investment, you'll be covered because the rent will cover those concerns. Even if you have more taxes here, and I put a lot of taxes, my bad here, I didn't move the taxes. I put 8,000, sorry, 2,000. And 1,200 here. So this is even better. Okay, my bad, I didn't change the taxes. Now, cash on cash, they one of 22, almost 50% return on investment, and you pass the $2,000 a month in net income in that property in particular, if all the assumptions are correct.
Yeah.
So this one is a good one. If someone has a friend that is a realtor in Nashville, go get it. We found a good one. Everybody can clap, clap. Okay, questions. And why is important? Because you need to take care of the people that are gonna be your clients, right? And when I say that, I mean, please have a good property. Like this is beautiful. Nice kitchen, a little bit of furniture in the living room. This room seems to have a kitchenette as well. Rooms with parallel bathroom are going fine. Look, this is very nice and sweetly done. They care about the experience for the resident. I don't know if it looks like full-size beds, perfect. Renovated bathrooms. This is totally Home Depot, but I'll be happy to live here and send someone to live here because it looks really well. And what I see is only have one room that allows a couple. So even better, and that's why they have 325 a week. So great. So when you create a group product, people stay longer. So what is the cheapest? 221, 213, 213. This one is taken. This one is taken. There are only 4 rooms available in Nashville. So if you want to look at the Nashville market, I will definitely recommend it. Passed the Sorry, I have to laugh because without not knowing, I show you exactly what not to do. And this is the type of photo that I will say, don't do that. Can someone tell me why we shouldn't do this?
The dark colors.
Dark colors, photo is blurry. This is the closet. This is like a, this closet fall apart in 5 seconds. And the tenant is going to be annoyed and he's going to be mad at you. So why do you want to do that? Invest $100 and get something slightly decent for them to be there. So no, I wouldn't do something experience like that. If you're gonna be in, this is a very good size room. Seems to have a closet. This one, yes, it's very dark. Many people work at night shift or something like that. But look, the property, the kitchen is good. So you make an effort in the kitchen, make an effort in the rooms as well. Yeah, I'm not one of these colors, and there is no decoration. I mean, if you allow for personalization, then I got it. Yeah, not one of the dark colors. I guess it's less of cleaning purposes, but no. This is beautiful, see? But this environment does not reflect how the rooms are there. But guess what? They only have 1 room available as well. So it's insane, the potential demand in Nashville for what I can see. Let's look at the other one. Right now, there you go. Beautiful, beautiful done, nice photos, a very nice lamp. Look, a projector in here. What? It looks like an Airbnb. It looks really good. Chick-fil-A. Nice kitchen, nice house. And what I have known, and correct me if I'm wrong, look, spacious home. 2 rooms, $239 a week, and $358 a week for multiple occupants, so meaning a couple. So movie theater room. So I guess that is still available because they might be expensive for the resident. For what I know is also that a lot of Airbnb clients or Airbnb residents are moving, or Airbnb operators are moving to Coliving. If you can keep finding houses like this one, 250 or less, 250, 182. Look at this one, Madison, Tennessee. How far is it from? This one is good. What do you think, Devon? Madison, Tennessee is really close by.
Yeah,
Madison is a good area.
1,550 square feet. So you can make it, if it has 2 bathrooms, they make 3 bathrooms, 9 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of space on the back. We just don't have more information, but we can look. It's all about learning and identifying the opportunity once you have it. You go. Look at this. Have no equity. Oh, wow. So something didn't work out here, whatever it was, because it's vacant, not owner occupied. The estimated value is this estimate is 239. List price is 197. Okay, so it was purchased in 21 for 160. 2. No HOA as we know. Owner info, we don't have it. Oh, okay. Look at this. They have a mortgage balance for 233, more than the list price. So definitely seems to be underwater. Definitely underwater. It seems to be. Look at this. Okay. So you can really find a good opportunity here and make if this is 25, you can make an A9. Let's say A9. No, this is the first one. This is the second one, 197. Question so far? And then do 9 rooms and the same price, same renovation about. Okay, if you go for the 9 rooms at a 200,000 square feet purchase price, and you add renovate kitchen and add 1 more bathroom, 9 rooms at 900, we are talking about mortgage of $1,000, about something around that, over 3, so almost $40,000 on net income and cash flow for you. Why? Because the lack of demand, the lack of inventory. There is no inventory. And if you anything that is driving distance to Nashville, so it was like about here. See, 213 to 219, 237. Alert me when I can book, meaning it's already booked. I believe there is plenty of opportunity for everybody in Nashville if you are interested in going into the market, and also cap rates 25%. So you can double anything that you're doing over there. So I highly, highly recommend for you all to put Nashville in your radar as part of your investment strategy, because we can see that not only the numbers are great, but the demand from 600,000 to 700,000 increase in population, plus a $7 per hour minimum wage, gives you enough reasons to open and deploy properties in there. And if you have someone that is interested in going into the event in Nashville in the 20th, oh, I would love to have you. Share the link, it's free. And also, I'm going to give you a little gift. Did I forget my gift? Yes. So if you're thinking about starting Coliving, you are thinking about where to go, and you're thinking about what market, and if Coliving is something you might be interested in or not. I created this little guide that is 7 days to your first Coliving property. It helps you understand your mindset, what areas to look, and how to deep dive into the world of Coliving real estate investment. I'm going to share the link for you. It's free. You can have it, you can share it, and it's the opener to a more complete boot, which is the 90-day roadmap. But this will help you get started. So if you put your name and your email in there, you can have the system that everybody is used to start finding the market, finding the price, and finding the properties for Coliving. Okay. See, I feel like Oprah after that prop stream thing is all freebies. I see good prices. I see 256 is new construction, no new construction. This one, 257 in Nashville. What? Look at this. Separate living quarters, 1,800 square feet, 3.2. Devon, let's go get this one. 1,800. That's really good. 3.2. Oh, double washing and dryer. Take my money. Very good space. Look at the back. No HOA. Brick and hardwood floors. Fantastic. New roof. There you go. This is I think, in my opinion, this seems to be really good because it's also very close to downtown. Yeah. What do you think, Devon? You're the local.
Yeah, it's not bad as far as I've typically stayed to as far as north side of Nashville and over to the east side. If you go out to the west, the traffic and everything to get into work and all that is a pain in the butt. So you typically want to stay away from the west side of Nashville.
Okay, how much is property being sold for? $275. Okay. It's not only occupied, tired landlords, higher equity, more equity than they can take, it seems. No HOA. It was purchased for $94,000 in 2007. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. So it has 1,800 square feet. You can do 10 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 10 bedrooms for bathrooms in all this space, and really pull something much better just based on the location. It's half an hour to, or less than half an hour distance to downtown. So 275. And I'm gonna increase the renovation to 70,000. And I'm gonna do 11 rooms. And I'm gonna do the average because it's with private bathrooms, 2,000 versus 3,000 if you renovate. And it's why, because the purchase price is so good. And look at this. Oh, wow. I didn't even look down. Look, it's almost $5,000 for you. If you buy this with 20% down and renovate and make it out. I put it like I put a 11.4. If you make this an 11.4 at 1,000 average between private and shared bathrooms, you're making almost 60,000 a year. That's a whole salary. What would you do with extra $60,000 a year? Does anybody want to partner up in this one? It looks good. Hi, Nikki. You have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, what are the size of those bedrooms?
So you need to see what is the average allowed size in the rooms in your area, but they need to be good size. So 10 by 10, 10 by 10 or around, not the minimum. Do a good product, remember. And why I say this, because look at for 1,800 square feet, you can have something like this, 11 rooms, and you still have a good space. Hi, Scott. Welcome, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
I have not been here for a while. Great job, Clara. Hey,
Thank you,
actually, I have a question for Devin. Hey, Devin, I'm in sub 2 also, and I'm a PadSplit vendor here in SoCal. What are the requirements for permits in Nashville? Because Southern California, we're pretty uptight here, and different parts of the country, I know it's different. What's it like there?
From what I've heard and talked to other people, yeah, Davidson County, as far as Nashville in and of itself, can be a pain in the butt with permits. But if you have the right contractors who've actually established themselves around in the area, they typically know how to go in and get the permits pulled on a relatively, short order and be able to work that. But it's Nashville in and of itself, because of how it has gone and how it's changed in just like the last 5 years from 2020 to now, it's going absolutely insane out there.
But so if you're just adding walls, would you have to get permits, do you think? I know there's electrical in the middle of the wall and all that, which technically you should, but
yeah, I know it's kind of, the more people that I've talked to, a lot of them are just like, it's better to ask forgiveness than asking permission, and they go with it. But to each their own. I like to have my stuff permitted.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but,
because obviously,
I'm gonna clap
I don't.
Because cheers to permits. Yeah. What is my reaction? Please clap. Why? Because there is nothing wrong with asking for permits. I know you say the permission and forgiveness part. The city needs this, because what happens when there is not enough affordability? People go to the city crying, "Hey, give me an affordable place. Give me blah blah blah." But hey, I'm going to do this. How we can work this together? What do I require in order to move forward? In many cases, you might find an organization within the city or a non-for-profit or something like that will help you go through either permitted or even find the tenants for you. So I'm all about being upfront. I know what you see, but look at this. In this property in 3313 is basement ready to convert into separate living quarters. So, wow. I will go take a look at this one if I was in Nashville. Maybe I'll go next week if it's still available. Okay, more questions about Nashville or about Coliving in general. Hit me while you can, because next week I don't think I'm gonna have a class because I'm gonna be coming from Nashville.
Question.
Yeah.
Hello, how you doing, Clara? First question. I noticed in an email, you focusing on Nashville.
Today, yes.
As opposed to other places in the country. Is there any particular reason why Nashville? Is there something going on did they change the legislature down there or something? I mean, what's the deal with? I know you must have said that over and over. I'm just chiming in within the last 20 minutes, so I must have missed something. But
so
my
because
question
you're
is
late, everybody has to repeat. That's what you say.
No. That's why Nashville.
So, oh wow, 2,400 square feet. Wow, 2432. So many reasons. And I'm going to be in Nashville next week with Pace Morby and the CEO of PadSplit, in a very, very large conference for investors. And this is a fantastic potential. 2,500 square feet. 300. Oh, wow. This one looks good.
Oh.
Why? The rise on prices for people that cannot make a living that cannot pay their own rent in Nashville is highly increasing. Minimum wage in Nashville is still $7.25. The amount of people looking or working on the service industry is really high. In the last year, around 100,000 people have moved there. So from like 625 to 725 population. There is only luxury apartments, and the price of a studio is around, I believe, $1,800. And they won't correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that based on this article that I wanted to share with you, the price for living or for studios is like really high. Yeah, one bedroom in a nice area is $1,800, so a studio will be like $1,500, $1,400. So when you do co-living at $800, even $1,000, you're really supplying a service for the people that want to stay in the city in a manner that is affordable and convenient. And more of them are doing a conversion of single families or traditional apartment. If you have a multifamily that you have a 2-bedroom, want to make it a 3, that's also fantastic. But the return of investment is there because of the lack of demand, the lack of supply. When you look at the PadSplit market in Nashville, they're just getting started. They have almost no rooms, but the demand is there. It's growing significantly, or the awareness of co-living in Nashville is growing. I know for a fact, and every time I go and I speak to everybody that brings me a coffee, I live 2 hours away, or I live 1.5 hours away because I cannot afford rent in the city. So we solve the problem of affordability by creating co-living inventory in cities that needs it. And Nashville is definitely one of them. I'm looking the numbers. You really can have fantastic cash on cash, fantastic cap rates, and fantastic returns in your investments in Nashville because the demand is there. And even with the arrival of PadSplit and a 16%, even 20% management fee between PadSplit and your local PM, you still have really good returns and really significant cash flow compared to market, even compared to here. I hope that answered your question and everybody else's question.
Yes.
I'll be honored if you can share this event with Pace Morbid, Atticus LeBlanc, Bill Fight, everybody in Nashville. Come meet us in person. I will have gifts that I cannot disclose until I'm there. Mitchell, you help me. When I'm there, and fantastic. Look at all the sponsors, lenders, entrepreneurial center, a lot of great, fantastic investors and sponsors in the Nashville area. I'm honored to be there. I'm honored to teach you all about how to do co-living and co-living right. If you know or you're interested in how to get started in co-living, grab my free ebook, free for you, free for all ebooks, free ebook that I'm going to give you in there. Elizabeth, I'm based in Boston, but I travel for the whole country, and I can go see you. You create a conference, I'll go speak there. Okay. Anything else, Tim?
Well, one last question.
Yeah, sure.
As you know, I rent bedrooms myself, furnished bedrooms, and when I have a vacancy, that's a house site.
Yes.
Okay. But one thing I do get when I place out a ad is a lot of people that have children Now, I focus on individual adults, and I'm presuming that that's what we are focusing on. So my question to you and the other room share folk on this call is, when you arrange room shares like this, what happens when you do you cater to the part of the public that have children, that have young children, or even the young teenagers? And how do the other members, the members in the household, what do they think about that when someone comes in with a child? How does that affect the whole dynamic? Thank you.
Does anybody here wants to answer that question, or is it too hot?
Typically with kids and all that, and with parents having to work, and then you got kids possibly at the house by themselves, and you're opening yourself up to a lot more liability and insurance issues and possibly lawsuits. So yeah, we typically, and PadSplit focuses solely on doing more of just the individual, like the professional business and things like that. They will allow like husband, wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, to where you can increase, if you've got a room and you do the double occupancy, you can increase the rate by like $100 to offset for the added person coming in. But typically you don't want kids. Obviously, you've got a bunch of other strangers that are in the house. You don't want to have that issue and having to worry about, what are they doing? What are they getting into? Or what's going on around there? And you'd be better off just keeping it to, strictly the single occupants, or, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend type thing.
So to answer your question, you have a lot of liability insurance, because it will be very complex to care for a kid if the parent is not present, and especially the other household members don't have kids either. What I will do, you see a lot of demand for that product, is create a building or create a house for single parents. And, charge definitely a create a service for single parents. I've seen people doing that. So create a whole product for them. It's smarter. You make, you do really a great job for society. You do that, but don't put them two and two together. Put them in a specific product just for them. I see people do that. I see a company do that a long time ago. And I'm keep finding properties. Look at this. I'm happy finding properties here for you all. Oh, wow. This one. We look at this one. 210, 290. No, too expensive, but okay. All right, team. Please wish me luck on Nashville. Do we have any more questions before I go? Download the ebook. Wherever you are, download the ebook. It's all yours. After these 7 days started, I'm going to bring to market one that is the 90-day, 3 months to your first property. More complete. That's almost 300 pages. It's on the works. So you have the first edition for this calculator. If you're going to be in Nashville, or someone that you know is going to Nashville or is close to Nashville, please invite them. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Open the radar for Nashville for your investment properties, that we can work and find a property management team for you. We can find investors not only that can partner with you, and also we can find property manager, repairs, and contractors that can work for you, so you can have a solid investment. And that's what it's all about. Yes.
Clara, sorry, is the Nashville event going to be online?
I'm not the organizer. I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
No.
Yeah.
But look at this. So Maid and Tamara Susher from Real Estate Empire Builders, Liz from Investor. Oh, that's amazing. Amanda Holbrook from Self-Directed IRA, Rod Mylock, please, and Sarah Weldon. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? This is amazing. Amazing. I'm very honored to be here. I'm very honored to share. And I think so, especially Michelle and Nikki and Janice and Christina that has saw me present in the Women Coliving Conference. They know what the audience is for a treat. I will keep scouting if you want Nashville properties in your list, or for my team to find some wholesale private properties for you in Nashville. Click Nashville in the comments, because I have a wholesaler team that works for my students or for my buyers. If you want us to find a wholesale property in Nashville for you, put Nashville in the comments. And please let me know your name so I know how to give you a property in Nashville. So if you put Nashville and your name, my wholesaler team can find a couple of properties for you to start your co-living investment property and your co-living investment journey in Nashville. Tremendous numbers because it has, let me put it this way, it has the price, affordability, the purchase price of pretty much Atlanta, but the rent price of a way more developed city. So you're really double whammy here. I am, wow, very interested here. Many good returns and a great service to all the people that are living in the town. So put Nashville in the comments. We'll try to find something for you. My team will try and find it for you. I might do a couple of lives from Nashville while I'm there, and I'll keep you informed. And it's an honor to be here, honor to be your favorite co-living coach. Have a great rest of your Friday, everybody. Adios. Ciao. Bye.